Hey, everybody, this is Anthony DeAngelis from the Let Me Ask You a Question podcast. I'm here with Mike Polano, of course, at PBR, and my cousin, my very own family relation, Derek DeAngelis. We're all right here, and you are listening to PBR Podcast.
Nobody cares about Derek Boomer.
Hit it!
See what I did there?
Like
Sophisticated podcast, baby.
This song.
Now
Before my
tell me
time.
something good.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
What's up, everybody? PBR Podcast, Mike Polano, Derek D. Dennis is nowhere to be found.
Dennis is not here.
Let's be honest.
Where's Dennis? Have I ever met Dennis? Who's Dennis?
You've met our intern, Dennis, before. You've
Did
been on
I?
the show. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Anthony DeAngelis.
Hey, everybody. I'm back the second time. I feel like it was just the three of us, though, the first time. Was he around?
He's always around. He's
No,
not
he's
around
never
tonight,
in the show.
though.
I see.
At some point, we may get frustrated and call him.
Ant, do you ever go by? Anthony's my cousin. Everybody, do you ever go by Anthony D? Like I go by Derek D?
No, because he's not a douche.
Please.
Yeah, that's the reason why. Anthony D. Now, that makes it seem like my penis is much bigger. So, you know,
Why? Because of the letter D?
Yeah, we don't want to combine D with my name, so I don't want to give anybody the wrong impression when they start rooting around down there.
As people do, just in general.
Yeah, you never know. You never know in this day and age who's going to root around down there.
That's true. Uninvited.
Yeah.
Speaking of
when
it-
Matt Lauer was interviewing me, it got dicey.
Oh, right.
Let's end this. This is not. It's nonsense at this point.
We're already there,
Right? Is it not?
It's just it's a witch hunt. And granted, if it's right, if it happened or not, it's still a witch hunt. It's happening.
Yep, they're all getting outed. Lauer power is coming down.
I mean, listen. Every time I see the news and somebody goes down, I feel like Derek D has more of a shot.
I was just saying
He
to
said the same thing.
I know. He says it to me all the time.
I said every time that they go down, I'm going up a peg.
Yeah, just don't start harassing now.
Yeah, that's what, maybe that'll help out. I'll start harassing.
Yeah, maybe hard to say. But when they get Garrison Keillor of all people, that like blows
audience
my mind.
I don't even know who that is.
Oh, Garrison Keillor hosted Prairie Home Companion for a long, long time, which is like it's basically the
NPR.
equivalent of wholesomeness on the radio.
He was like the Mr. Rogers on the radio.
Yeah, it's like very quaint,
But not for
like,
kids,
It's all about quaintness and cute country stuff, and it's supposed to be just very family friendly humor.
Can we just say it? Everyone just is obsessed. Everyone just wants to do people. Everyone just wants to have sex.
That's why
That's the drive of
human race
everything.
continues, right?
I know, that's what
like
I'm saying.
the animal kingdom. If that doesn't happen, we don't exist anymore. I heard an awesome quote, and I'm probably going to get it wrong. So Andy Barr,
So womp womp to change.
before I even say it,
This will be 60% of this quote.
This 60%. I think he said human beings are the. I forget who said it. Human beings are the sex organ of technology.
Okay,
All right.
like robot dicks.
I mean, that's not. I don't think that's what he meant.
Oh, okay, that's not what he meant. All right.
You know what I mean? But like, yeah, going back to that, yes, Derek, that's correct.
But I'm just saying, it's like,
The whole point of your existence, whether you know it or not, is to have sex with a woman and procreate another species.
Right, but I'm
not. Sorry, I take that back. Not another species, another Derek.
Well,
Yeah.
DeAngelis could be considered another species.
Right.
Let's not.
I guess my point is that Ant was like, but he's the wholesome, most, but what's his name again?
Garrison Keillor.
Yeah, Garrison
Feeler now.
Garrison Keillor just wants to, just like anybody else, wants to get down with the get down.
You know
That
who
guy.
shouldn't have got down with the get down?
Who?
The Giants head football coach's parents. They should have never had
Oh,
him.
Ben Mack, don't even get me started
Because
on that.
this is ridiculous. I wish somebody should come out. Derek, you should come out and say that Ben McAdoo made sexual advances.
He
towards you.
McAdooed me.
He McAdooed you. This guy, I want to go out. I want to be on the record here because I hate the New York Football Giants.
And I hate the Cowboys, who Mike likes.
I love how you sit right in front of my framed
I'm actually to the
autograph.
next of it. Next to it.
Troy Aikman jersey because I'm a Dallas Cowboy fan through and through. Okay,
I'm a Giant fan, as is Ant.
what the Giants are doing, and this is not a sports show, so we don't have to get too much into it. We got here through sex, but what the Giants are doing to him is preposterous.
It's
Yeah,
true
they're
or
getting him
false?
pretty good this time. Yeah.
It's out of this world. You're punishing a guy who the only reason McAdoo and Jerry Reese, the general manager, is still there is because Eli Manning won 2 Super Bowls, MVP. Out of the last 11 Super Bowls, a Manning, whether it's his brother or Eli, has been in 6 of them.
Yeah.
And he has no line, no starting receivers. He has a terrible defense that is just the defense is. Without getting too into it,
it's not a sports show.
He's not. Without getting into it, he's not surrounded by starters and their number one athletes. Everyone's hurt.
Yeah.
And you're going to put Geno Smith in.
Maybe Eli has not acquiesced to McAdoo's sexual advances.
Oh, so it's going the other way.
Yeah, you never know. Maybe he's benching him. Maybe he's Weinsteining him. You don't know. I don't know what's going on. Maybe Eli didn't blow McAdoo. Hard to say.
He Macadoned.
Yeah,
Macadoned.
he gave him a Macadone.
I'm mad about it. I really am, and I think the whole world is mad about it.
It really is. Like I love the splashback on everything.
McAdoo should be fired, man. Like it's Eli's fault. Your 2 wins.
He's gonna be fired. The coach of the New York Giants will be fired by the end of December. Quote me.
The best part is like Giant fans will all say, most Giant fans will, I hate Eli Manning, but the guy won you 2 Super Bowls.
I
Let's be
never.
honest.
Yeah, a lot of
He's
Giant
done right
fans
there.
will be a little fair weather with that. I'm always been an Eli supporter. Anyway, it's a travesty. Go look it up. Go look up Mike Francesa's rant. It's great.
Oh, don't look up.
I'm not a fan of Mike Francesa.
Listen, if I had a
It was-
choice,
it was good.
Gun to the head. Follow one of these 2 people on Twitter, Mike Francesa or Chris Lodondo. I pull the trigger, dude. I'm not following either of them ever. Ant, do you follow Chris Lodondo on Twitter?
Can't say that I do.
Please don't ever.
All right.
And matter of fact, tweet. I want
will not.
after the show. I want you to tweet to your followers not to follow Chris Lodondo.
Once I sign up for Twitter, I'll immediately sign up with my first tweet.
Right?
Are you not on Twitter?
Actually, I literally just in the last week got an account, but I haven't.
Is it your podcast or you? Your podcast
It's
is on
me,
Twitter.
but my co-host from my podcast wants me to be on Twitter, so I had to download it. So now I got to figure it out because I haven't used it at all.
So why you brought it up? Why don't we? 2 things. Number one, why haven't we? Dennis,
Is he in the web?
Dennis, open up a anti-Chris Lodondo Twitter handle that looks awfully like his, like Chris. It's Chris underscore
Chris
Ladonda.
Chris Ladonto?
Yes, you just change the spelling, but use his profile picture. So it's Chris Ladonto. And just follow the PBR people.
Chris Ladonto.
And just say dumb shit. Although you just have to copy.
By the way, Chris is listening. He loves that we're talking about him.
He does.
Shout
But
out to
don't
Chris.
follow him at Chris Ladonto.
Chris Ladonto?
Chris Ladonto.
Chris Ladonto.
And we're
Who is Chris?
It doesn't
Who is
matter.
this man?
He's a bleeding heart liberal who.
Okay.
But he's a friend of ours. He's on the show all the time.
Oh, he's on the show all the
Yeah,
time.
all the
time,
He's
yeah.
somebody that you know,
Born-
this person.
yeah.
All right.
Oh,
And
no.
Born
he
loser.
does sports. This is his
No,
thing?
he doesn't do anything. You know what he
Oh, he
does?
doesn't do anything.
He
All
does,
right.
including eat meat. He doesn't do that.
Goes
He-
to Asbury Park.
and walks down the boardwalk
By himself.
and tweets me
Oh, that's
pictures of himself walking down the boardwalk.
Are they romantic?
I mean, he's alone.
Is he holding roses?
No
What is he
roses.
doing? No roses. Okay, just walking down.
And by the way, Ladon, I expect the next time I see him, he's always like, "Why don't you shoot me a text or something when you're by the Flatiron Building?" Actually, was there today, but I didn't have time. I thought about it, Chris.
Why does
but,
he need a picture of the
hey,
Flatiron Building?
You didn't call either of us when we were when
Yeah.
you were in Asbury, so I had to get to an audition anyway.
Why the
Where-
Flatiron Building? What was he needed?
He works
That's
over
where he
there,
works.
and
Oh,
I
he
was there
works
for I
over
was
there.
near there for an audition and lunch.
That's
but that's
cute.
besides the point.
Ironically enough, he sells irons
He sells irons.
outside the Flatiron.
That are
building.
flat.
That's not true. But so we have a big show coming up. I really haven't spoke about it.
Oh, we haven't.
But I really don't want to. But I will say, I'll preface it just because I want to make this comment. We have a show coming up where we're going to do an extravaganza. Our holiday extravaganza series is coming up.
Woo!
So Joe Gatto, who's our featured guest host on this podcast, is always on those shows. So we were tweeting out about some guests coming on the show, just like putting the feelers out there. Who are we going to have on? And Ladondo tweeted. Joe tweeted to a certain somebody.
Oh, I saw this,
And
yeah.
was like trying to get him on the show, doing his communication through Twitter. And Ladondo's like, "Oh, if blah, blah, blah gets on the show, I'm definitely coming." And now, Chris Ladondo also worked, he never worked on Impractical Jokers, but he has a tie to it. He filmed some stuff when we were younger as well.
He knows all the guys.
So he knows all the guys. So they all follow him except for Gatto. So Ladon, I don't know if you saw the whole conversation.
I saw a few. I don't know if I've seen the whole thing.
So Gatto's
I know what
like,
Gatto said.
Ladondo's chiming in. A lot of people are chiming in on this Twitter feed. And Ladondo's like, "I'm coming this time if you get this guest." And Gatto just wrote back, "You're not invited." It's just never going to happen, Ladondo. Get over it. So, Ann, what is your podcast?
It's called "Let Me Ask You a Question," and I've had it. It's been on for about a year now, so we're in the 50s for
been a
episode.
year,
Yes,
jeez.
we've
Well, we
done
were-
one every week.
When you were on last time, we talked about this.
Yeah, I had just started. When we were on last time, I had like maybe 6 episodes all together. Like I was just so ridiculously fresh. Now, not that we're seasoned professionals, but we're doing it over a year now. So we have about 55, 56 episodes coming out. And it's been a fucking great time. It's been the best.
Yeah, you love
and
it.
So, yeah, I love it. I love it. But every week, all it is I ask some kind of a random question that's been floating around in my head for the last few weeks. And I ask my co-hosts or whatever guests we have. And we talk about it for, like 25 minutes to a half an hour. Short show, short and sweet. We get in, get out. Real good times.
What's that movie? We're like, get in, get out, get on. It's like,
I like it.
Get in, get out, get on. But anyway, yeah, it's that's one of the things I think that it's cool about Ant's podcast is that it's you ask the question and you banter about it for about a half hour or so, and then boom, you get your answer, and they're off the wall questions, so it makes you think. Some of them, some are more down to earth.
Some of them are ridiculous. Some of them are not so ridiculous. There's like a smattering of different avenues to go down.
Yeah, are we later in the show? We're going to talk about something. He's going to bring up some of those questions, right?
Yeah.
Oh, sure.
Sweet.
Do you come up with the questions yourself?
I do.
Okay. So
I run it out. The co-hosts don't know the questions going into it.
Good.
So I hit them in real time.
That's good.
And then they have to think about it and they have to react and then we talk for a half an hour.
I was a guest on the show. What was the
You
question
were.
when I was there? Do you
Well,
remember?
it was about fucking to music. Do we curse on this show? Sorry.
I mean, you can.
All right.
Banging to music.
Too late now. Sorry. I
that's all
won't
right.
do it anymore.
No, you can. Just,
Oh.
every other word, it's like, it's like that comedian always uses the word F.
Yeah,
Just be
yeah.
funny.
Every other word.
Well, we're on Spotify now.
Is that bad? Oh, you can't do it on Spotify?
Really?
They won't put it on.
Is this,
I'm really going to test the limits with this episode.
I get a lot of communicado from Spotify about things.
Oh, really? They reach out to you.
Well,
Do they have to listen to every episode? Like somebody over there
I don't believe
listening
they
to
do,
every
I don't think
episode.
someone's listening to every episode.
I don't believe
Well, how
they
do they know that?
Robots.
Oh, the robots.
Algorithms
Yeah,
that
the
you know what I
pick
mean?
up words, probably.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, no, for real though. Like I've gotten. First of all, I filed to be on Spotify. Like I probably like 10 years ago. I feel like, and then I don't even know how long we've been up on Spotify. But when I started getting a flood of emails from them about do's and don'ts and this and that. You know what I mean? So, but whatever. I actually was over. I don't use Spotify, but I was over my brother-in-law's house who has Spotify hooked into the house, and he pulled it up, and it was pretty awesome. It looks really dope on Spotify. Not that this is a Spotify commercial, Spotify.com, but you can listen to our PBR podcast on Spotify.
I'm about to change all that.
One of the emails was say Spotify as many times as you can.
Spotify is when I spot something, I ify it.
You don't totally ify it.
I wanna
If you're
ify
not
every
ifying
spot.
it, you're not spotting it correctly.
I mean, and my cousin Anthony, DeAngelis' podcast, Let Me Ask You a Question, should be on
That would-
Spotify as well.
I
Spotify,
agree, but they might take issue with my language.
I don't know.
My language is not. It's not the cleanest. I have to say.
Well,
Let me ask you a
you
question.
could
But
be-
anyways, let me rephrase what you asked me about what we talked about. We talked about, do you make love? Do you have sexual congress to music? And if you do, what kind of music do you usually put on?
I actually know someone who will answer that question for you. He has sex to the music all the time, and it's
It's
usually
going to be Matt Lauer.
It's usually this music right here that you're listening to now.
No, it's not. Actually, Mike, you're an idiot. What I do is I listen to my voice over and over
It's
saying,
just recordings of yourself.
you're the best. You can do it. Tweet away. Tweet away. Melania, just sit there. Deal with it. That's the song. It's great. It's fantastic. I got to tell you. She likes I'm like a wall in front of her because I'm so big. My ties are so long. Actually, I never take my tie off. Tie stays on. It's fantastic.
Donald Trump, everybody. He just shows up. Every
just
now and
shows
then.
He must crush her. What does he do to her? He's pretty big. He's a pretty big man.
What's his hair
How
do
big's
when he's moving?
Melania's, I guess, pretty big too. She's not tiny.
She's also hot. Very hot.
She's only in her
she's not ugly.
30s.
No, she's not.
She's 36.
Really?
Wait a
I
second.
mean, normally I would ask Andy Barr this, but I'm going to Google this one
I guess
myself
that's
right
what
now.
being his wife will do to you.
I think she's mid-40s.
because she's not. She looks a little older, yeah.
I think she's like
Yeah.
mid-40s, but I think she looks
Maybe
very
marrying
good.
Trump has aged her.
She's very hot. I think she's hot.
She's a very attractive woman.
Was she mid-40s?
Yeah, she is.
47 years old.
I said mid-40s.
60%.
47. Yeah, that makes all right. A little more sense. I guess she's pretty sturdy. She's sturdy. She can handle a Trump.
She's
I
a
guess.
Russian broad. She's gonna she's gonna
Yeah.
let you know what the deal is.
Yeah,
Spotify.
yeah, exactly. So, anyways, that was the question that we talked about. Is you're getting down to music and
kind of music,
Yeah,
what
what kind of
genre?
music you would put on, and then also on top of that, like if you were to play music that we perceive as being music for getting it on, now it would just be funny. Like, when's the last time you put on Marvin Gaye to
Today.
have sex?
I had it on. Oh, no. Sorry, we don't. I'm married. I have a
yeah.
baby
But that's
on the
funny.
way.
That's
Now you
what
don't have sex.
yeah, that's what you talked about. It's like the girl would almost be like, "Are you serious to that right now?" Like
It'd
if
be
it was a
hard to
new
pull
girl,
off.
like if
Hard
it's
to
your
pull off.
No,
girlfriend.
you have to. The way that goes down is like you have a girl over. You just maybe you went to dinner and a movie. I don't know. Hey, you want to come back for a drink? And you come home and you like put on like Pandora.
and it's playful.
And something
Oh,
is it's just playing
Random.
random, and you're like making you're opening a bottle of wine, right? And the wine's poured, and then all of a sudden that song comes on just as the moment's right. That's the only way.
That-
Do you think that would even work there? Or do you think the action would be interrupted because it would start, you'd hear the 808s going and then you would be like, this is just fun. You'd start giggling. I think I'd giggle.
I don't know.
That's
man,
what
I
we
don't
said.
think
That's
so.
what I originally said. I think it would.
No, you'd be.
Well,
No,
all right.
in your instance
You'd
that
be
makes
like,
sense
"Oh, I
because
love
you,
this song."
you put no control. It just happened. It was
organic. It's
happenstance.
organic.
It was organic.
Oh, you're saying you put this song on specifically.
but you specifically.
That's what I was wondering originally. Like, what
You're like,
artist
hold on.
Yes.
Let me YouTube.
And then suddenly sexual healing comes
no,
up.
no.
And you have that look in your eye, and
No,
then she's
you
just
can't do
like,
that.
no, you can't
She
Michael
leaves.
Weinstein me.
Michael Weinstein.
Michael Weinstein. What'd I say?
Michael Weinstein? Is that his brother?
Michael Weinstein. What?
Harvey
Harvey
Weinstein.
Oh, God.
You not only butchered the first name, but you
Oh,
butchered
God.
the second name. But I won't listen. I will not.
Who's
make
Mike?
fun of anybody for doing that.
No,
That's how I
Well,
live
did
my
that.
life.
I must know Michael. That's why. Anyways, hold on. back to the task at hand here. About putting that music on. What would you put on your Pandora station?
I probably would have that playing on my Pandora. Anyway, I would probably have a Marvin Gaye station.
Oh, there
Because
definitely is a Marvin Gaye station,
Yeah, because
right?
any artist. So in Pandora plays the artist you type in and artists like that artist.
Do you think there's like channels that just like get it on channel or
100%.
Yeah, there
I'm
must-
serious. Yeah.
Yeah.
like moods
Yeah.
for the right moment?
100%.
Oh, I wonder if Marvin Gaye comes up in there, though. I mean, like, if sexual
Yes.
healing itself would
I
come
don't know
up in
sexual
there.
healing, but like let's get it
I don't
on.
think I would ever
Yeah,
want to
let's get it on.
do the deed to that song though. It's kind of corny. You'd be laughing. You'd be unless
Why would you be I don't understand the laughter.
it's-
What is
it's
funny about this?
because it's corny.
Yeah,
it's like
because I think
cheesy.
at this point it's such a cliche that it might
guess.
be a little funny.
Even-
But okay, so you would not the moment would not be broken if sexual healing came on.
No.
My moment might be broken, and then it might be broken.
Yeah.
But, no, like not, but like a quick laugh and then keep going. Or I don't know.
I
maybe
listen.
not.
I disagree.
Depends
with you
who you're
guys.
with.
I need a female. I mean,
Yeah, we need somebody to weigh in here. I wish we had somebody to weigh in here. Is that what's happening?
do your thing.
No, we got to do. Yeah, but I think what I was saying on the show was that it's simple as what I was saying on Ant's show is that like if you have a good rapport with the woman and you're like, say you go over and you put it on and then you like kind of look back at her and like laugh while it's playing, like it's a corny, funny way
Yeah.
to insinuate that you guys might be doing something later if you're getting that vibe.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't go in and be like, yeah, I'm gonna go put this on and she's gonna dig it.
Yeah, you can't go in like that. Yeah,
yeah.
that's going to be dicey. But I don't even know if I would put like his station on. I don't know if I would even plug that into the Pandora for that exact risk if I was trying to be, in a more serious scenario where I thought. But then again, if
What
I'm
would you
trying
put
to be
on?
funny, well, I never listen to music. The last time I listened to music,
that's the most ironic thing.
no, I never listen to music when I'm making love. I don't do it. No, it's like the last thing that I put on was probably like classical overtures when I was in high school, so I can cover up the sound for sure. Because mom and dad would be like, "Oh, that's something he would listen to." So I'd go to Pound Town listening to like Rossini overtures. That's the last time I had sex was like to William Tell, like dun, 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 dun. That set me up for a lifetime of going too fast.
Are you serious?
Yeah, because the last time I did it, the last time I put music on was just practical. It was just me putting on like classical music because I was into classical when I was in high school. I would put it on, and then because mom and dad would not be suspecting that I would be in Pound Town, I wouldn't be in the boneyard during that time.
All right. The lovely and talented just walked into the basement as you're saying Pound
Yeah,
Town.
sorry for
Yeah,
all
but I
that.
like they said it wouldn't be in the
All that.
boneyard.
Yeah, I wouldn't. Yeah, when I'm in the boneyard, they're just not expecting Rossini overtures. Nobody's expecting William Tell.
Quick question.
The lovely and talented's down here.
Woo!
I guess, can you pose the question? I'm just curious.
Here's the question.
This is the question.
But I don't think we need. We brought her down to answer the question. I think we brought her down to answer the question of if whether or not it is
the more specific question.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, the more specific of the questions. Okay, if you were in a sexual scenario, right? If you found yourself in a sexual scenario and your partner in that scenario were to put on Marvin Gaye, you're already laughing.
She's already laughing. You're right.
That's right.
That's hysterical.
But like,
Exactly. It's funny.
If we went to dinner and we came home and we wanted to open a bottle of wine and we just put on Pandora and we're having some wine in front of the fireplace and this song comes on.
Random.
Is it funny?
Now,
Yes.
but it came on.
funny?
Immediately
It's
funny. Yes,
Immediately
exactly.
But he didn't
Yeah.
put it on, but it came on randomly.
It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
It's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Interesting.
Yeah, if they put it on a purpose and it was funny, that would be
Oh my God.
sad.
I'm sorry. He interrupts. He just interrupts.
Oh yeah, come on in. Can we
I
ask
gotta
you
tell you,
questions?
if I'm gonna put a song on, it's gonna be Marvin Gaye. Let's get it on. Every girl loves it. It's clear. Okay, everyone wants it to that.
Thanks for
All
joining.
right. See you later. No, it's good. I mean, you're right. She just laughed as you asked her.
you think
They're lovely
Donald-
and talented, everybody.
Thank you,
so
lovely and
much.
talented.
Do you think Donald actually does it to Hail to the Chief? You think he puts it on? You think he has the band come in?
Oh wow! Like yes.
Yeah.
But he makes them face the wall.
Yeah.
Right?
Because he's decent.
If he ever does, if
That's
he ever
exactly
does,
why.
I just would like him to at least get a fitted suit and a tie that goes down to his belt. Just at least look a little more put together.
Yeah.
It's like
I honestly have a problem with men who wear ill-fitting suits. I'm not gonna lie.
it's weird.
Yeah, it looks
I have an issue
terrible.
with
It's
it, yeah.
weird.
Especially men who can afford,
Especially for a
good
billionaire
fit.
or the president.
Yeah, your suit should fit.
All of the 90s would have been hell for you.
Why? Because
Yeah, but that was the style.
yeah, that's different.
Definitely not fitted.
That was the
then.
style.
Do you
Now
think the
it's-
stylish people, the fashion forward people in the 90s were wearing nice fitted suits?
No, they were.
Everybody was all boxy.
It was just
It
the
was
way
a
it
great
was.
age for fat men. I wish I was my age now in the 90s would have been terrific.
Yeah,
Would have been terrific.
These hipsters
You
are
let
ruining
yourself
everything.
go. Like, you
man.
have no. You go to the Chinese buffet. You pull your chair up right to the lo mein bucket in the 90s because it doesn't matter your clothes. You're not going to worry about your clothes. You're wearing all big fat clothes. It's amazing. I missed out.
Do you know? Do you have kids?
No, no kids.
Do you know how hard? Like when you're, they say like my friends warned me.
What?
Like don't sympathy eat, but it's impossible, man.
Oh,
Wait,
like
wait,
when
wait, what do you
when
mean
your
it's
spouse
to eat?
or your
So
significant
Pam-
other is pregnant.
yeah, Pammy's pregnant. We're
Like when she
halfway
wants all
there.
the pickles, and then you end up eating all the pickles too.
Yeah, man.
That kind of a thing. Is that a
Yeah.
thing? Is that
It's a
something
thing.
Struggle
bro.
for you?
I'm
I
heavy.
fully believe that's definitely got to be a thing.
It's a thing.
I mean, your wife or she's eating it, so hell, I'll eat it.
Our big thing, especially in the winter.
If
This
she has
time
like
of
a
year.
craving, does she have any weird cravings?
Yeah, she not weird, but she's craving.
Well, some women like he just said
Yeah,
pickles.
but
like they
then
crave-
and then at the same time, if you don't eat it, is it making her feel bad?
I don't think that's the case. I think
no,
the
Mike
case
just
is
wants
I have
to.
no
Mike
willpower.
will just eat.
Yes, so she like breaks out. We have a fireplace. I'm a big fire burner. I burn. I've already burned a half quart of
He
wood.
has so much wood in front of the house.
Not
you have no
anymore.
idea.
Look what
I know.
it's crazy.
Yeah, I saw. it.
Holy junction! Yeah.
So we'll be sitting down. The fireplace will be raging, and we'll have had dinner at this point. We'll be watching a show or a game or something, and then she'll be like, "The baby wants Oreos."
Oh, that's a great way to do it. Oh,
So
that's genius.
I go and I get Oreos and milk, and I can't like put them down and not make sure they're okay. You have to test the Oreos.
You gotta.
I mean,
Yeah.
they're going into my wife's stomach, feeding that baby. I need to know if these cookies are okay.
The
Yeah.
baby wants, or that is the most genius way to do it.
The baby wants the Oreos.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's no.
Absolutely.
I didn't marry a dum dum.
Yes, suddenly any craving that she has.
But yeah, so
baby
I'm
wants this.
gaining baby weight. You know.
Oh, amazing.
And
What
then
if the baby develops like really expensive habits, like the baby wants caviar?
You joke, man, but that's like a thing. Like, but these,
I bet that's a thing. Exactly.
But I think like when the baby comes out, however big it's gonna be, say it's 9 pounds, you immediately lose 9 pounds.
that's a good point.
And water weight.
I don't though.
No, you don't.
So
That's what I'm
don't.
saying.
When I Snapchat you, I lose weight.
Yeah. The men,
Well,
are
we're
the,
not-
the men are the real victims here.
They are. They so are.
Everywhere.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Just victimized left and right.
Yeah.
Left and right.
I invited Taylor Allen to sit in tonight.
Oh, is he outside?
No, he has declined for the last 5 episodes.
What's the matter, Taylor?
Maybe he's busy.
What's wrong?
I don't know, man. I feel like you only invite somebody so many times before you just stop inviting them, right?
What's he doing with himself? What's he
I don't know.
busy with?
Taylor's
Busy man?
He's working. He's got a daughter.
I'm just putting it out there.
I don't know. I didn't even know that.
I don't know why you're getting so defensive.
Well,
for
Taylor, I'm very upset. I'm very upset you're not here, Taylor.
Taylor's my guy.
If you ever listen to this,
He was the opener for my one-man show, and he's been on the PBR a million times.
jeez, I can't believe it. Can't believe him.
My iPad's giving me fits. Just so you see me over here trying to do things.
What are you trying to do? Play someone in the well? Dennis still in the well? Dennis!
No, I'm just trying to move forward with our show.
Oh, some sort of game?
Let's just sit quietly.
Just also quiet. Ready?
So you work it out.
3, 2, 1. You guys thought we left, didn't
Well,
you?
you guys can just have a conversation.
You guys thought we left,
that
didn't
works
you?
too.
I wonder how long the listener listens until they tune out.
No, I think that everyone's listening. They love.
No.
Oh, by the way,
I mean, if you're just dead silent, like how long? It would prove the dedication of the listeners.
Yeah.
How long can we go without saying a word, and they all get to the end of the episode?
That'd be a good tweet at. That'd be a good idea. Tweet at us how long it would have to be silent for you to tune out and stop listening.
Although, do you really want to know the answer?
At
What if
PBR
it's
Podcast.
shorter than you think it's going to be?
I bet it's longer than you think it's going to
I
be.
bet it's longer too. I bet it's long. I would think that it would be long for anybody that's going to be listening to the podcast.
Well,
but what if they start tweeting? and
Here's
it's like-
why I think it's going to be long. How do you listen to a podcast?
Do you mean?
Or when? How and or when?
Okay, you're not meaning like speed that I listen to the podcast. I know there's options.
Hank is ripping. He did over here before. Hank's the dog.
Oh, luckily, I have no sense of smell. I have almost no sense of smell at all.
That's terrible.
It is terrible, but in this scenario, it feels pretty good. It feels pretty good, actually.
Continue.
Wait, all right. How do I listen to podcasts? I mean, when I listen to is always whenever I'm exercising, running, walking around town.
What,
in New
exercising?
York.
You listen to a podcast?
Always, yeah.
That really pumps me up.
Yeah, yeah. Well, if I'm going on like a long run, I don't need to listen to like some power music the whole time.
Oh, I jump around from genres, but I need
genres
to
and music.
Oh, yeah.
You listen to just like 70s ballads?
No, I jump
Love,
around.
Captain and Tennille.
No, it'll go from like blues to hip hop to rock to all over the
But you're
place.
never listening to like slow bluegrass jams.
No, not my go-to.
Yeah. See, yeah, I like when a long run, I like a good podcast. So that's when I'm listening to podcasts. How I'm listening. Do you mean by how, like what I'm listening to it on, or like how fast I'm listening to it?
No. Like I generally listen through my phone and when I'm doing chores
Okay.
Yeah, like when
or
you're just
driving.
Phone. Definitely phone.
like when you're
Yeah.
doing busy work.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I could do anything if a good podcast is on. Like I could just do because
you zone
barrel
it.
through.
Could you
man.
work out, or do you not work out with it?
Mike doesn't work out anymore.
No, but if I all right. So I walk the dog every day, and I generally have a podcast on, and I can walk them for as long as that podcast.
In your, I mean, we gladly in a car. I mean, we could all agree.
But see, in a car, so when I'm like doing chores around the house, the yard, whatever I'm doing, I'm not. So the initial question is the dead silence. Mm-hmm. I would listen to it longer because my phone is probably further away.
It would
and
take
it's
you-
almost. It would take me a minute to even realize.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
You know what I mean? If I'm driving though, I probably would switch it immediately.
you first think something was wrong with your radio.
Yeah.
You first like get finicky with the radio.
Funicular.
Funicular.
Funicular. But yeah, you're right. But if you're like doing stuff and you're busy, I bet you would take you a good
See, I'm never
5
doing that.
minutes to realize
Oh.
nothing's playing.
When I'm listening to a podcast, I am never doing other stuff besides working out. Like I can, because I need to be able to I can't just put it on and do other stuff because I'm afraid that I'll miss something. Like every podcast I listen to, I'm real intent on.
Huh, interesting.
I would have a hard time just putting it on.
That's
yeah.
a real. That's interesting.
But anyways, even me though, I'm close to my device. If they stop talking, I probably wouldn't just change it. I'd
Yeah,
probably
'cause-
just let it ride.
Yeah, because you kind of want to wonder if is that part of the gig?
Well,
Is
if you
part
see
of
that the show's like an hour long, maybe I fast forward a little bit. But I'm not, I'm not just
You'd
gonna,
scrub forward a little bit.
yeah, I would do a little scrubbery, a little scrubbing there.
A little scrubbery. Where we at, Mike? What's going on?
I mean, listen.
How is it just not working?
This might work.
How I don't get it. It should just work. Everything should just work.
All right.
There we
well, I
go.
found another way because I'm
hear
a
some tunes.
computer genius. Sorry that took so
Yeah.
long, man.
No, it's all right.
The iPad.
We had a whole fruitful conversation about silence.
What iPod is that? What year?
This is the one we always use. It's
Fairly
the Air,
new one.
but it's not. For some reason, the music is not coming up on it. That's where I play all of our music.
I know.
But only top or bottom's not working. Everything else has so far worked.
Weird.
So I'm playing it over here, which nobody cares about.
I was about to say, they don't really need to know.
Now, Anthony, they've shut off the show.
No, they shut it off when I said Michael Weinstein is when they shut it off.
So you've been on the show before. You've heard this game. This music indicates we're playing top or bottom. I'm going to give you two terms. You're going to tell me which one is on top, which one is on bottom. We're going to round table it. Top or bottom, number one. Should he tweet or not to tweet? That is the question. And yes, I'm talking about POTUS.
Should he tweet? Sure, he can tweet. Tweet top.
You say tweet away?
Yeah, tweet away because, I mean, it's just, yeah, tweet away. Sure, absolutely.
Are you going to ask him or are you going to ask me?
I'm asking you. Dude.
Yeah, we're round tabling it?
I can't.
You want to ask both of us?
I mean, I don't even know.
Do you want my
how to
reasoning?
begin.
Do we want all the reasoning? Do we want to get into it?
I mean, it makes more for a better conversation.
For a little bit, sure. Yeah, go ahead.
Well, what are you going to say? I want you to say.
I was going to say.
I want to get in there.
I was going to say tweet on top, don't tweet on the bottom. But what you tweet, just tweet more presidentially. Like with some of the stuff, it's like.
See, that's why I want him to tweet because it's so ridiculous.
But at the same time, it's also kind of just like, wow, he's really tweeting about that. What else can he tweet? It never fails to be like, what? Okay, so that happened. Well, Don,
respond, Donald.
POTUS, what do you got to say?
First off, Derek, you're fantastic. I gotta say, you're my favorite out of everything. Mike, you're an idiot. Listen, I'm a tweeter. Okay, tweet twat tiddly twat twat. That's what I do. Okay, I tweeted about Matt Lauer. I said, look, they're going after him. Why not go out? All the fake news people, okay? I tweeted yesterday about this big dump I took. It doesn't matter. People listen. It's fantastic.
I say.
I tweet on the top. I am on the top.
Stop tweeting, Donald. Just stop tweeting.
I'm always top, okay? I'm the toppest of the toppiest. It's so bigly.
I thought when he wanted me to load the music that he had something like planned that was going to really be a home run. He gave us that.
Since when does Donald Trump ever have something that's really planned and really a home run tweet?
Exactly. That's why I like the tweeting.
Yeah. So comically, it's great. For our president, it's kind of weird. But yes, to keep tweeting. But for America, stop tweeting. I don't know. Just tweet away. Tweet on top. Tweedly deed.
Top or bottom, number two.
What are you?
I said tweet away. Right?
Oh, yeah.
Or did
I
I
thought you said
already?
stop tweeting.
I already flip flopped.
Yeah, you flip flopped
I'm
on that
flip flopping
one.
all over the
Yeah,
place.
yeah.
You know what? Yolander stuff.
Inside joke.
Not really.
Remember those bleeped last names?
34 minutes in. Edit.
No, come on. No.
Who's Jim Glander?
Oh, come on. Don't say it again.
Let's get into. Let's drag it all out.
No,
right
no.
here.
Stop saying it.
Let's
I have
really
to
get
cut
into
out.
it.
Every time you say it, I have to put a beat.
He doesn't really.
I did too. Did you listen to the last episode? 400 beeps.
I listened. Yes, I did.
It's coming out of here.
Yeah,
Nobody
coming out of
even
the
told
computer.
me.
Yeah, I thought you knew that.
Wait, so no one hears it at all?
Well, they're going to hear it through the
Yeah, they'll hear it now.
microphone.
Oh, it's very distant.
Yeah, yeah, it's coming through the computer.
That's so funny. No one told me.
Oh, sorry. I thought we all were on the same page about that.
I just thought you had it really low.
Dude, I can't get it to play right. This is a debacle.
That makes no sense. That makes really no sense.
Ingenuity.
What about
Oh, there you go. That's gonna sound
really?
just
Is that
right.
what we're doing? That's what we're gonna do?
That's gonna be good. That's gonna be nice.
This is Bush
All right,
League.
let's have another top or bottom.
You sure you didn't just mute this? You sure it's not just muted on the thing?
Oh, now I
on the
hear it again.
soundboard?
Now I hear it. I'm hearing it right now.
Yeah, it's because the mic's over there.
All right, so let me just
that's
point
why.
this out. All right, just for everybody. Stop touching stuff.
that?
Stop, don't touch my soundboard. My iPad won't play top or bottom, so this is how we're doing it. I've literally taken the fourth mic and I've put it over the computer speaker, which is playing, and I didn't even know it was playing out loud.
It's Bush League. We're not Bush League.
I'm kind of embarrassed.
Well, it happens to
Don't be embarrassed.
Technical difficulties. Top or bottom, number two, writing music or performing it.
Writing, for sure. Absolutely. Should I expound now, or should I wait for you to answer?
You can expand.
Okay. Yeah, writing. I don't have to do anything. If I write music, somebody else performs it. I don't have to be anywhere. Anytime that I could be in my underwear, in my loungewear, is better for me. And if I don't have to like put stuff on to go out and do something at a certain time, that is terrific.
I
love
agree with that, man. I would love to work from right here.
Well, I mean, isn't that the dream? What if we got paid a
that's
ton of
the
money
dream.
to do this podcast right here? It'd be great.
Spotify.
Hey, Spotify. If you guys don't listen to Spotify, you should, just in general. But yeah, I don't write music, so I'd rather play music. So I'll play on top, right on the bottom. Just to give a little background on my cousin Ann here. He's what's your degree? You got a master's, right?
Yeah, I got a
Master's
That's
in composing, conducting. So yeah, he's played all over Broadway. He's worked with Steve Martin, Edie Brickell, a lot of
We
big
talked all
names.
about it on the
Yeah,
last episode.
last one,
time he was
that
on.
that all came up.
Oh well, just giving it a refresh.
Now we
Anyway,
want to talk
Yeah,
about
actually,
sex
go
music.
back if you want to know his repertoire.
Yeah.
Go back and listen to the last
well, just in
episode.
case you didn't remember, that's why we asked him the music question. So there you go, Mike.
Oh. Man. I kind of hated doing both. I can't write music as on
Can you
paper.
read music at all, Mike?
No, I would play tablature and by ear, but I wrote stuff by playing it, but I had no idea what I was writing, if that makes any sense, right?
well, it doesn't matter.
And I was always terrified when I played. My hands would cramp. I played the bass. My hands would cramp
Sure.
up, man. I get nervous.
So you wouldn't feel loose.
Sure.
Hell no, because I was never good enough. You know what I mean?
Well, you're confident. You might have been good enough, but your confidence wasn't.
No, I had the confidence to be on stage. Obviously, like I have no problem doing that, but I had no confidence in playing music. Does that make any sense?
Yeah, sure. But you could also be amazing and still not be confident. It's just psychological bullshit. And it's just, there's a lot of people that have that. No matter how good you are, they're just a bag of nerves. And I'm like that. I mean, me playing the piano, I would rather anytime. I mean, first of all, writing for sure. But I'd rather get up and do almost any. Like I would rather get up and talk. Like I feel like I would be better at just standing or like doing stand up, which I don't do. But I feel like that would be less nerve wracking for me than playing the piano. Of like a piece that I prepared.
That's crazy.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's crazy. And by the way, let me just say, speaking of playing instead of writing, Ant has played on a show that is one of my dreams to end up being on. He's been on the Tonight Show. Since last time he was on the Tonight Show playing a song.
As a guest or like with a band?
Well, he
or
was
just
on the
like-
stage.
No, I was with the Broadway show that I was doing.
Right, that's what I meant.
But I was
Okay,
playing. Yeah.
Cool.
But that's
but-
pretty cool.
It was cool. Yeah, it was totally cool. But playing. I would
Was
much
that
rather write
nerve-wracking?
Anytime. Nah, that was
'Cause you were with a
I was
group, you
Playing,
knew you-
I
yeah.
was playing the accordion. When you're playing the accordion, there's immediately no nerve wracking going on.
Did you
do no wrong?
Did you vision board you sitting down talking to Jimmy Fallon yet?
Yes.
Yes.
No, did you
Is that the only thing on your vision board?
Did you vision board it?
No, I didn't actually.
All right,
physical-
PBR posse. Could somebody please put him in the chair talking to Fallon at the Tonight Show and tweet it to us,
Yeah, do it. Sure.
so we can put it. We can just print it
So
and put it on
that's
his
going
vision
to be
board.
the vision board. That'll actually be the canvas.
Yeah, that I will eventually paint.
Yeah, you can
In
put other
real
stuff on
life.
top of it.
So I guess I'll say, I'd rather write it.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
sure.
write it. I don't want to perform it ever again.
Yeah, not if you don't have to.
No.
Yeah.
Top or bottom number 3, cryptocurrency. Bubble or not a bubble?
Like it's going to be popped.
Well, I mean, I guess that's the definition
Bubbles
of a bubble, right? They pop.
Bubbles get themselves real popped.
I don't know if you paid attention today,
Bubble
but
or not a bubble?
it shot up like wildfire.
Oh,
All right, so
then
we
I
had,
bet it's a bubble.
We did a hold on, it didn't pop though. We did a cryptocurrency episode last episode. Do
Yeah,
you
I wasn't
remember
there. Did you guys notice that?
Oh, you weren't there. Damn it! So Bitcoin was at what when we did that episode? Andy Barr.
Wop wop to ching.
Fact check when that episode dropped. What was Bitcoin at? And today it was over $11,000.
Got to be a bubble then. Bubble for sure. I mean, because bubbles don't need to pop until they pop. And it could take a long time for a bubble to pop. But that kind of fluctuation seems bubble-like.
Like get in the bubble while the bubble's good, and then get out before it pops. But with this cryptocurrency, it's so you don't know. It's so you don't know. Up and down.
It could be the next
Could
thing.
be the next thing.
Absolutely.
I mean,
but
it
that's
is
how any
nice.
bubble is, though. There's people talking about it exactly like we're talking about it right now. I imagine that's how any bubble would be. Like when the internet started, I bet there was like, oh, is this going to really?
So maybe
be
not
a
isn't,
thing?
but maybe it's just on.
Right. And here's the thing, though. The tech bubble, the .com bubble, which we talk about all the time, not to beat a dead horse, but Yeah, the bubble burst, but there are still survivors from that time, from that
and now
bubble that are
it's-
huge.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So if you're playing the game now, something's going to pop. There's a lot of shit coins, or they call them altcoins, right? That are out there. We don't know. And Bitcoin might not be the one that makes it. Something else might.
Isn't it there's like 3 that are big? It's like
Well, the
Bitcoin.
ones that I subscribe to are Litecoin, Bitcoin, and Ethereum, which is more of a technology than a coin, if you will. But it's another discussion
Wow,
for another day.
there's tons of that kind of stuff out there.
Oh, there's a Derek
A
D
lot.
coin. Like there could be. I know
Wow,
he.
I
Now that
didn't
I've said
realize
that,
that.
it's
I just got to get it on the blockchain, right?
yeah, kind of.
Something like that.
Yeah, all right, Derek. Talk to me about talk to me about Derek D coin. I know you know nothing about it, but just use all of the terms you've heard us say and try to sell your cousin on Derek D coin.
Well, listen, there's no tracking, right? So you can't track it. It's not like there's not a checks and balances system with Bitcoin. So, if with Derek D coin, what you gonna
Yeah,
do?
why is the Derek D coin better?
Well, here's the thing. I've been in technology for a long time. I've been involved in the whole social media world. It was at the beginning of YouTube, and I know a lot more than a lot of people know about the
About the blockchain.
about the technology. What
Yeah.
are you gonna do? I am my own blockchain.
Okay.
Okay. I'm the Derek D block, and then my chain spreads out,
Yeah.
and you buy in.
So can I buy anything with Derek D coin?
Oh yeah.
Anything, or just products off DerekD.com, Spotify.
There's no Spotify products on DerekD.com, but there might be soon, PBR. And I'm not. But no, you could. I'm gonna make a deal with Amazon soon. So Derek D coin, you go to Amazon, you can get buy pictures of me, T-shirts of me.
you. Are you on the coin?
Oh yeah.
You're now heads and
There's
tails.
there's actually a digital coin.
It's both. When you flip the Derek D coin,
always heads.
it's always heads.
Yeah, always
it's
heads.
always his face.
It's always said. It's 2 variations. One's smiling,
Yeah.
one's commercial, one's theatrical drama.
What is Derek D trading at right now?
Oh, it's not too high. It's about $738 per coin.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's not bad.
not bad, not great.
Okay.
738, 737. It did fluctuate.
Bubble or not?
Wait. What's one Bitcoin? worth?
11,000 right now.
One
bucks.
Bitcoin's worth 11,000.
Yeah.
You could own like 0.78% of a Bitcoin.
Oh, you
I'm,
can own
I'm
parts
sorry.
of a Bitcoin?
Are you ready for this? When we
Anything.
started this podcast today, 44 minutes ago, Bitcoin was at $11,000. It's now at $9,800.
Oh, so it dropped.
Yeah.
That's
look at that.
crazy.
Look at that.
The fluctuation is nuts.
But there's
yeah,
no
eat
one.
that stock market. That's nothing.
But it's
crazy.
like, but it's not like a trackable stock market. I mean, it's not.
what do you mean it's not tracking?
I mean, obviously you're tracking it, but it's not like it's not like the stock market.
Today's high for Bitcoin today, one day, $11,365. Today's low, $8,900. That's
crazy.
insanity.
One day, yeah.
That's insane. Bubble or not a bubble?
That sounds bubblish.
Sounds bubbly to me, yeah.
It's bubbling up.
What do you think?
Not a bubble.
You think this is going to be...
I think it's real. I think.
Oh, no, it's definitely real. It's a real.
Yeah, it's different than bubble. Do you feel that this is going to be a continuation that never explodes in any way?
No, I think you're going to see, like I said before, a lot of the altcoins will go away, but I feel like the blockchain technology is so valuable that you're going to see everybody start to use
Oh.
it. And as it becomes easier, so when your grandmother mentions to you that she used Bitcoin or any kind of coin, when she bought something on Amazon, like game over. You know what I mean? Like that's when it's no longer
That's
new. Everybody's
Be pretty
using
tough
it.
for our
But that could
grandmothers
still
to do
be
that, but-
that could still be a bubble though. Like the .com
No, but I think-
bubble is that there were survivors.
There's
So the Bitcoin could be a bubble, but there'll be survivors.
I see what you're saying. Well, I wouldn't call it a Bitcoin bubble then. I don't think Bitcoin. I think Bitcoin will be.
Definitely needs to catch your name.
I hate the
I don't
name
think
of all
Bitcoin
this
will be
stuff.
one of the bubbled coins.
What about internet money? Why don't we just call it like?
You know they're saying
Fun
that
money?
they're saying that Elon Musk. Some people are saying that because nobody knows who started Bitcoin. It's like a fake name. I forget what Andy Barr.
We'll have to check.
Who started Bitcoin? It's like some fake Asian name. But a lot of people are saying they think it's
Really?
Elon Musk, who probably should rule the world.
He's a smart
He's
man.
getting there.
Did you hear this one, man? He said, do you follow him at all? You listen to him? You know what he's about?
Yeah, I know what he's about.
Okay, so he's talking about robots the other day, and
Yeah.
so he put up a picture of a robot like doing box jumps.
Oh!
And, like, you saw it?
Oh,
Is it
yeah,
one
yeah.
that did backflip?
Yep,
the
backflip, box
Japanese
jumps.
robot,
It's
yeah,
got
yeah.
no wires attached to it. Like, it's ready to go, man. Put a gun on it and let it out.
can run.
He said in 10 years that he tweeted this out. This is so great. He said in 10 years that robot will be moving at such a high rate of speed that you won't be able to see it unless you have strobe lights on. Have a good night, everyone. That was his tweet.
I can't wait.
Sweet. No, he said sweet dreams. That was his.
I can't wait till they're in the MMA. That's going to be real fun.
Dude, think about it though. It's nuts.
It's gonna be like, what was that movie with Hugh Jackman?
Hugh,
Which I
Hugh
like.
Jackman.
Well, no, it's like it's like
X-Men?
Yes. Somebody was just talking
Well,
about
no,
it.
it's like two robots are in the ring.
Yes.
And there's a guy outside the ring controlling the punches.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It was actually a pretty good movie.
I heard somebody was just talking about it. Yeah.
And yeah, it's like you're fighting the other guy on the other side of the
Yeah,
ring.
right.
But you're just you're not
using a little
physically
robot.
getting hurt. You're the
Yeah,
robot.
totally.
Think about
What's the
that
name of
quote, dude. Andy Barr.
What about
Fact
the
check,
shit? I mean,
fact check.
we could easily find it out.
Yeah, but I have too many
Totally.
buttons.
When we hit the singularity, Elon Musk will be sitting
Well,
there.
think about that
smiling.
quote, dude, that I was talking about. Human beings are the sex organ of technology. I'm telling you, dude. It's
No,
like,
we are. We create it.
top or bottom number 4, Marvin Gaye or Marvin Nay. It works with everything, dude. You know what I mean?
Marvin Gaye for sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
After that whole conversation, now you're
Well,
back on Marvin.
I like I don't dislike Marvin. I'm just not going to bang to Marvin because I think it would be silly. Not that having sex with me is ever not silly, but it would just be like an exclamation point on having sex with me.
Yeah, I think Marvin Gaye on top, Marvin Nay on the bottom. I like
sure.
This guy. I mean, he was a great.
Unless Marvin
Artist.
Nay is like a wonderful R&B horse singer, and that actually sounds kind of cool. I'm into
Okay.
that too.
I'm Marvin Gaye. I'm with you. Top or bottom number 5, ask a question or answer a question.
Ask a question always, for sure, for life. I mean, why not? Because if you're asking the questions, I like it. Well, I guess it's just selfish, but like that it comes from you and you're guiding the conversation.
And you always get to
I like
yeah,
that.
and I guess you get to if you're asking the question, you get to always control where what the stream of thought is or where it's going. If you're constantly just answering, it just gets boring. I think.
Yeah, I guess now that we're talking about it, though, it does sound shitty to say that because it seems a little selfish, right? To say, ask a question. But I think it's just more fun to be, I personally feel more comfortable at the helm of a
Because you like to
conversation.
hear the answer.
Yeah.
You hear
That's
the
something
opinion.
that I'm mulling over and also helps you learn if you're asking the question.
Yeah, I think ask a question on top.
I'd like to answer the question.
We know, but you never answer it right.
Well, I do my best. I would rather answer the question.
Yeah, well,
I feel like I ask way more questions than I get to answer.
Huh. But you'd rather get some asking towards you.
Yeah, right? Like, I'd rather sometimes just ask the question.
I mean,
Or answer, sorry.
Answer the
question.
See that?
60%, yeah.
Damn it, man.
I don't dislike answering questions. I enjoy it too, but I just think it's more fun to ask the questions. I mean, that's the whole reason I made my little podcast.
yeah. Let me ask you. What's you got? Lemayak?
Lamayak, that's how we abbreviate it
Yeah.
on Instagram, Lamayak Pod, and on Twitter. But it's let me ask you a question.
So, speaking of that, well, do you want to ask me a question?
Sure, absolutely.
Didn't we talk about that?
Yeah. We did the one earlier, the whole music one, but let's do another one.
Yeah. Well, there's a bunch of styles of question here that I could ask. Do we want something that's a little bit more do we want something that's a little bit more off the wall, a little bit more tame? Do you have a preference?
I would preference nothing that I need to edit for Spotify.
Once you
Okay.
start editing yourself, man, that's
I know.
Can we
sucks, dude.
talk about
That's where it goes
penises?
down, man.
Is penises editing?
I don't want to talk about my penis.
We don't want to talk about penises. Not your penis. We don't have to talk about your penis.
I don't want to talk. You know what?
Just
I had
penises.
a really good conversation. Were you there with Derek?
Oh,
some of our friends the other day
It's so funny.
about penises.
What was the? I want to know what that is.
I don't want to talk about it.
Oh, come on!
I don't talk about
you
it.
gotta tell me afterwards.
I'll definitely tell you afterwards.
But see, now the audience wants to know.
I know they do. Maybe we'll do listen, have me on your show as a guest, and I'll gladly answer the question.
But yes, okay, all right.
All right, it's Ant's question. So you go. We don't want to ask the question.
We'll ask a different question. Because there's also been very kind of tame questions. Like, if you were going to do the complete Appalachian Trail, who would you take with you? Would you take with you somebody that is like super fun to be around, but maybe not the most proficient, or would you rather have somebody that's like incredibly?
Did you hear that?
Wait, who
No,
else
what
heard
happened?
that, dude?
I heard it.
What
You
happened?
heard it, right?
No, I didn't hear anything. What happened? I was
You didn't
also
hear that?
talking. Well, I was talking. I'm loud. What was it?
There was
We don't
something.
know.
It sounded like something. Someone else was talking in the headphones too.
Really?
Like faintly in the back.
I did not hear that.
I'm gonna
at
have
all.
to. I'm gonna make a note. At 51 minutes
Did it happen
in,
again?
What was that?
I don't know. It was like a ghost or something.
Cool.
But I think is it on Ant's mic? Talk.
Yeah, I'm talking.
No, I don't
Nothing?
hear it.
All right. Anyway, you were saying.
Yeah, I like.
It's funny you're bringing up the Appalachian Trail. I was just talking about it. the
Just
other
keep
day.
going with
Oh,
this
really?
question. This is a good one.
Were we
Yeah.
talking about it?
No, he asked me. I think you asked me this on Thanksgiving when we were at my
Yeah,
parents' house.
yeah. I mean, if you were going to do the Appalachian Trail, would you rather have somebody with you that's like a funny, entertaining person, but they're not the most physically active, or would you rather have somebody that's like really physical, all rugged, but you can't talk to them, like they're dumb as rocks. You can't have a good conversation.
Like they're a horrible person.
Maybe not a horrible person, like to the core. They're just not interesting to talk to. They're boring or they're dumb.
So basically, you're saying Appalachian Trail with someone who's, cannot hike, is not in any kind of physical shape, will take you forever to do it, is kind of just draining on you, but great conversationalist.
fun to be around.
Fun to be around person, or someone you're gonna get it done fast. They're motivating. They're an athlete, but they're just a bad conversation.
I mean, I don't want to rush the Appalachian Trail. So I guess the athlete's out. Like the athlete's really fast and boring.
You can't. His conversation's terrible.
I don't want to be with that person. First of all, he's going too fast. And he sucks at conversation. What this guy
Yeah,
sucks.
yeah. If they're bad at conversation, yeah, I'd rather have the slow, good
Yeah,
conversation.
me
I would
too.
take Stephen Hawking. We'd go out there.
Let's not get crazy.
He wouldn't be able to do the first 10 feet.
Yeah, it'd be very. He's in a wheelchair, man.
All right.
It's a very,
he's
it's
gotta
a very
talk to-
rough terrain.
He's got to talk to Elon, get a little bit of a better thing going on. Is his robot
put him in-
there
Oh
yet?
wow!
Put him in the
Listen,
robot.
Maybe put him in a robot. Oh man, that conversation.
He's like-
I don't know how funny he is though.
What was the guy in Ninja Turtles? The bad guy who was
Shredder
the brain.
or Krang?
Krang. He
Yeah.
was like his brain was in the, yeah.
Yeah, that was the latest Lamayak question: is what Ninja Turtle, if you grew up watching that, do you most relate to, and did that change
Michelangelo.
over the years?
I said
You're both
Michelangelo.
Michelangelos.
Yeah.
I don't understand that.
on the count of three, why? 1, 2, 3. Nunchucks. Oh,
He's like
Totally.
the clown.
yeah, but
Yeah,
he
he's
also
the
did the
clown. Oh, so
nunchucks.
you go for the weapon.
Yeah.
So I wonder how many people went for Raphael because of like who's into size? Is that
Nobody.
Nobody.
Nobody's. It's kind of a shitty weapon.
Yeah, but Raphael was
But
like,
then the bow staff, is that better than
Yes,
the
I'd
size?
if you asked me which weapon I would prefer out of, so there was the bow staff, the size, the nunchuck,
And a sword.
and a sword. The size clearly the bottom.
The size of the worst.
Worst.
Yeah.
It's a defensive weapon.
Maybe that's
You're
why he was
Donatello?
funny, though. Yeah, I was Donatello growing up, but now I think I'd be a Raphael. because
Raphael's-
Raphael was all jaded. Like he was all jaded and
he's kind of
sarcastic.
he's kind of like the hipster of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
He was like the Matthew Perry of.
He's
the
kind of
Ninja
neurotic.
Turtles. Yeah, I can see
A
that.
little neurotic.
Well, he's just real sarcastic. He's the one that's kind of over everything.
Yeah, yeah.
I think he's funnier now. I think for adults, Raphael was like the adult turtle. And then we were talking, and that was the last episode of Lamayak, and then we went off the rails talking about their sex lives. But anyways,
back to Hawking. Like you can't get him through a trail
No.
if your life depended on it.
unless you stick him in the robot. Maybe if you stuck him in a robot.
No, if you had him in a robot, you could totally do it. But that's not what he's in. He's in a wheelchair.
Yeah, plus I don't want to talk to no offense,
he's in like
Steve
a
Hawking,
rascal.
but I want to like, hey, oh man, this is great. Yes, it was
Yeah.
fantastic.
You're right, you're right.
I want to hear,
The
yeah, it
voice.
was
But
fantastic.
on the same token, as much as I would love to have a moment with the man, I don't know if I want to do the trail with Elon Musk either. Like I think he'd scare the shit out of you. You're out in the woods with him. He'd be bringing up some stuff like you wouldn't want to leave the woods.
All right, here we go. Here's
You know what I mean?
Maybe.
What if your only chance to talk to a Stephen Hawking or an Elon Musk is to do the Appalachian Trail with them?
Oh, I'd do it.
I'd do it.
in a heartbeat.
But
Oh, you would do it, despite how long that's going to take
Well, are you talking? Am I going from like Georgia to Maine?
with Stephen Hawking.
It's the whole trail.
Yeah, the whole trail.
Oh,
You're not talking about-
I don't want to do it with Stephen Hawking ever. It's going to take you a lifetime.
It's not worth
You're
it.
gonna get hurt. There's metal. It rains. It gets rusty. Like, how do you even push
Yeah,
that thing? You know what I mean? He's got a computer.
You might have to rig a
Right,
system.
the
before
battery.
pulling him up.
The battery goes dead. He can't even talk to you anymore.
Yeah,
man.
listening
Oh,
to
you gotta
that
have some
voice
kind of
would
way
be
to do it.
Yeah,
terrible.
but that's only while the battery's
All right,
good.
yeah, but you got to imagine that he's thought of this. It's not he hadn't thought. There's people maybe that come and meet you every morning, give
And
him a
charge the
battery.
battery?
Yeah, he's not going to be able to not talk. He's got to be able to, because the whole reason you're having this is for conversation.
I can't talk to a speaking.
So there's major funding going on behind this.
Yeah.
Oh,
I just want to
absolutely.
walk the trail, man. You made it too complicated.
All right, so no Stephen Hawking.
But I would do it with Elon. Like I said, I'd be kind of terrified because he'd open your eyes to so much.
Yeah, I'm sure. But
And he'd probably invent a ton of shit during that walk. Yeah.
Maybe you help him out and you get
Yeah.
a piece of it.
Yep.
You come.
Do you think he would make you feel bad the whole time?
He'd make you feel dumb.
Yeah, Elon Musk.
But we all agree we want to go with the conversationalist,
Months?
someone you're interested in, someone who's good, a good person.
That's all about the walk.
Yeah, I hear that.
That's like I said before, when I walk my dog, he's terrible at talking, so I put a podcast on. You know what I mean? There answers that question.
Yeah, tricky to talk to the dog, or weird, or both.
And
but
he's-
anyways,
Everyone talks to dogs.
yeah, that's true. I guess everybody does talk to the dogs. Yeah, you want a good conversationalist. I agree.
Yeah, you mean the athlete, but you might be getting great shape or something. Who might be like, hey, do this, do that, do this. You'll get in great
It made
shape
me feel
anyway.
inferior too.
You'll get in great shape anyway. You're walking the Appalachian Trail. I mean, how much food? What bad food are you going to be eating? You're not going to be eating like.
That's not true. Think about that. You could pack your pockets with Snickers. I mean, it's very easy to
It's a
do.
lot of Snickers.
It's a lot of Snickers.
Wonder how much to get.
But
you
you're
through
still
the
burning
entire trail.
calories.
Hold on, you got.
Snickers.
So what are you going to eat? Like MREs?
No, you make a fire, steak,
What, you
chicken.
hunting on the? Where you? You're not
hunting?
gonna. It's a lot of Snickers bars to carry, but now you're bringing meat.
Well, no.
Only Snickers? You could have like a book bag. Your whole thing would be filled with. I mean, I wonder how often they stop to get.
well, there's towns.
How
and
long-
stuff.
Yeah, they must stop all the time.
Yeah, there's
to
towns.
get food because
people are on the
you can't
Appalachian
load
Trail.
up on
and they're-
Snickers alone.
They go into a bar, like.
Oh, your
Yeah,
vision
yeah,
of
yeah.
the trail and mine is so different.
Oh, you
you
like never.
you
You would never
never go
leave the
off.
trail.
You got like a flask and a pocket knife. Like, you know
So
what I
you would
mean?
be hunting. You would literally. Be
I don't
out
know.
there.
I'm not going to stop in a town. Like listen, that's a very cool way to do it that I never thought of. But that's not what I always thought of. I'm in the woods for the next 6 months.
Well, then you're living
yeah,
off
you're
the
gonna
land.
be
You got to
extra.
hunt.
Yeah.
You
Well,
got to
that's
know.
why I'm talking about packing MREs and Snickers bars, and you're bringing steak. That's why we were on a different plate.
Stephen
You know what I
Hawking
mean?
would really drive you nuts.
I'm bringing a lot of.
That's what I'm saying. That's a long time.
I'm bringing a lot of beef
That's
jerky
a long.
and stuff like that as well. But yeah, there's so many spots on the trail where you can get. You can.
Yeah.
where
Everybody.
Civilization is not far from the
I
trail.
just thought of a really good idea.
What?
I think we should
Open up a beef jerky joint on the Appalachian
No,
Trail.
I think we should do we should walk the Appalachian Trail and do a podcast.
Yeah,
and then
for sure.
How long do you think it would take to walk?
Or just a section.
No,
It goes through
no,
Jersey.
I'm saying months.
Well, how many months?
Probably like
It's
between.
like 6.
Yeah, it's like 6 months.
I don't think it's 6 months, man.
I think it's a long time.
It's a long
At
time.
least 3 months. At least
Oh.
3 months.
You could go
How
up to
long?
North Jersey and that like Stoke State Forest and High Point, and you could catch the Appalachian Trail through Jersey. It goes through Jersey. You can walk right
I mean,
on
there's
it.
also people
I've
that
walked
probably
on
do it real fast. You know, there's people that run the Appalachian
I
Trail.
have a buddy who did it twice. At least, maybe he did it. He did half of it and then went and finished. He
Did
did
it
the whole
twice?
seven. Wow, about
7
20% of hikers who begin the trail will complete it in 7 months.
7 months. Yeah.
So
seems about
that's-
right.
you could-
AKA get a job. How could you possibly?
yeah.
do that?
How are you doing that?
Well, how much money do you think that costs? 7 months.
Well, it depends on how you do it.
hiking.
Are you doing Derek's version or my version or your version?
No, we're doing the cheapest version possible. How long? I mean, what is that?
You're
like
carrying a tent.
financially?
You're carrying
You
a
gotta
tent.
carry the
You're
tent.
eating MREs.
You load it up with Snickers.
Yeah, but you're also stopping at civilization.
No,
No stopping at
cheapest way.
civilization.
Cheap civilization is expensive.
Civilization though is so close to the
It's
trail at some point.
expensive.
You can
So,
wave
we're-
hello, but you can't spend any money.
Yeah, it's
How
cheap.
about that?
We're saying cheap.
Yeah,
You can stop off, but you can't spend any money. No money spending.
So if someone was like, "Here, enjoy this. You can eat that."
You could take it. Yeah, you
Yes.
could beg for
You
food.
can't-
Yeah. Matter of fact, you don't beg for food. You.
I'm not hunting. I'm not going to.
That's even better. We stop off the trail to like dumpster dive and stuff.
Yeah.
We get
Yes.
really into it.
Oh.
Like Eustace Conway style.
Jeez.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess.
What was the question?
I don't know. But I'm interested in this, though, the Appalachian Trail.
Yeah.
See, this is what happens on Let Me Ask You a Question. We go right off the rails. We don't always get back
But it's
on.
still related
It's
back to what the question
always
was. of
related to
course.
the question. Yeah, always related
But
to the
I think a
question.
pop-up beef jerky stand on the
I don't think there's that many people doing it.
You imagine you're
I
there's
don't think
nothing.
you're allowed to commercialize the Appalachian
not.
Trail. What, are
There's
you going to put a
nothing-
gap next to it?
There's nothing for miles, and you're walking. You just see a guy's like, "Hey, pal, got fresh beef jerky here. Been here for 3 months. No one walked by."
I would bet that there.
Anchored himself.
yeah.
I would bet that there is a gap somewhere along the Appalachian Trail, probably like right behind the building.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Sure.
Like,
100%.
Oh, definitely.
Have a gun. 100%.
You would take a gun on the Appalachian Trail?
yeah.
They recommend it
Oh, do they?
For what purpose?
against people. People get robbed and stuff.
Why? Who's robbing us? We have nothing but Snickers.
Robbers
Yeah,
and
why
murderers.
are you going to rob a trail hiker?
Yeah, what is
It
this, the
seems
1800s?
nuts.
Like,
Why are
what?
you
That
both
seems-
yelling at
Are
me?
we
Well,
carrying
that seems like
gold?
the worst person to rob. You know what? I want to go commit some robbery. Let
Yes.
me
No,
go find
because-
some hikers that have
Yes.
No, here's why.
Site with
A lot
Snickers
of-
bars.
A lot of them, that's us. A lot of them have money on them because they do stop off, and so they rob them. Some people
What-
get murdered. People have gotten murdered on the Appalachian Trail.
Like,
Really?
just
It's
wallets
dangerous?
stuffed
Dangerous.
filled with cash.
I'm thinking of
Dangerous.
my whole vision of this trail
It's
used
dangerous.
to be like beautiful wilderness.
It is.
Why is somebody like taking out their whole bank account to go? I'm going to need some money over the years. Let
Well,
me just
Derek wants to stop at the
liquefy."
Gap and get pizza on this trail.
The Gap gives pizza? Yeah.
Well, you never know what it does on the Appalachian Trail. Hard to say.
I'm telling you, look it up. People have gotten murdered.
I'm sure people do get murdered. I'm sure that does happen.
But robbed. A lot of
If I
robberies.
were going to get into robbery, if that was like the next thing I was going to get into, I wouldn't go to the trails.
No, I'd be hacking people's Bitcoin accounts.
That wouldn't be my first choice, but
I
I'm
wouldn't be
saying
robbing the Appalachian Trail.
it is
Yeah,
happens. There's a lot of what's the word? Vagrants.
Yeah, there's vagrants.
Yeah,
So you say you're contending that people live essentially out.
some do.
Yeah, I believe that.
Yeah.
I bet those people, what do you think they look like?
They don't.
Oh.
The
they
people,
don't.
Appalachian Trail robbers, like that's their occupation. That's got to be the
When's the
most
last time they
haggard
showered?
shit of all
What's
time.
their taint?
I hate
like?
those people, man.
I hate them.
They just ruined my whole vision of like going with you guys and Stephen Hawking down the trail eating a Snickers.
I think we
Ruined.
don't
You
worry
think-
about them too much.
Mike thinks it's like the yellow brick road. It's like we're all.
You know
so
what's going to
happy.
happen? We're going to be at the start of the trail with Stephen Hawking. We're going to be going a little bit. He's going to be like, "Let's rob people."
Yeah, 100%.
I wrote an algorithm.
I want to get into this because I think the question I want to ask you. This is the segment we call the Armchair Futurist, right? Pizza Beer Revolution. It's all about the revolution of our guest, which is you tonight. But we kind of spun it to the podcast: ask a question, answer a question, or conversation. So I think this comes up, especially with the robot talk. In the year 2050. When you're thinking of a conversation, what does a conversation look like in 2050?
In 2050, what this conversation? I think it looks exactly the same.
You think it looks exactly the same?
conversation doesn't change. People were talking like this Roman times for sure, just different language. Language might change. We're speaking like Bitcoin language, but I think the basics of it does not change. I think it's going to be basically the same.
Like of conversation.
Yeah, conversation's not going to change. I don't think so. I think what we're talking about, of course, will always change.
You
but
think people will stand right
basically
acro-
how conversation works? I don't know that will change.
You think people stand right across from each other and just text them directly across from them?
I contend that it's like embedded in the human, and you don't even have conversation. This doesn't exist anymore. It's all internal.
Like we're so isolated.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
think you'll be the phone will be embedded into your body on some level. I've talked about the contact lenses and
You talk to people through your phone and you're like, hey.
but you're with them.
And
yeah.
you just use a different accent
Yeah.
or voice every
Well,
each
I'm not
time.
even-
You change it up.
Yeah, and as we're talking, and you're talking to me about Appalachian Trail robbers, and like I'm accessing that in my Google contact lenses that's connected to my phone or computer, and I'm researching that and seeing what you're talking about.
But I feel like the basis of, all right, maybe how we converse changes, but conversation itself, I don't know that that'll change. But even in that line of reasoning, what would happen to things like marriage? You know, like
It ruins the world.
I'm not disagreeing with that aspect, but I think conversation will still be the same. Or how we're talking, I think how it's done is going to be different.
I agree.
I think is the difference.
I agree. Conversation will always be conversation, but it's funny to think, crazy to think that, like, say we have like these crazy contact lenses where I could just look at you, not say anything.
Yeah, and I'm doing this.
You just get what I said, and I just get what you said, and we're just like looking at each other like
I don't even know if
blinking.
But
awkwardly.
then you're still conversing.
We're still conversing, but there's no sound.
but in 2050 it looks different than it does right now.
Yeah, even if it's like Kurt Vonnegut's, like tap dancing and farts is how they communicate. You know, like whatever. As long as you're communicating, I feel like the basis of what conversation is will not change.
It's already effed up in the sense that like people, you and I can be talking, you pull out your phone, check a text message. I don't have your full attention in a conversation sometimes. Not you specifically, but people, you know? So when it's embedded in you, like he listens to the show. So,
but maybe conversation will be better again at that point, because at the point that we're all totally isolated and not distracted anymore, then we'll just be able to talk again.
I was annoyed at the phone thing. I still get annoyed at it, right? But I like now the Google Watch. Or sorry, the Apple Watch is more prevalent now, and now I'm really starting to catch. At first, I wasn't noticing it, but now like I'm talking to people, and they're
how interesting
you need
is
to
the
know what
time?
goddamn time it is.
Yeah.
Like, and so when it advances from the watch, that's wearable technology, right? When it advances from your wrist and goes into the glass or the lens, I've said this a million times, and I don't want to say like get too far into it, but technology comes out, it doesn't work, it goes away, people forget about it, but they don't stop working on it. So the Google glasses sucked. But when it comes back in 10 years as a contact lens, it's going to destroy the way people talk. That's why I think it's an interesting.
And I think it'll be a lot later than 2050, though.
The lens?
I don't know. No, I'm just saying, like, super
I think
futuristic
when
stuff.
the world goes full Black Mirror, you know, I think, it's going to be a thing, and I don't think it's avoidable, but I still think conversation, what is the content of conversation will not change. I think that's the
Oh, you still have to
difference.
talk about something.
You're talking about something. So
Stephen
I think
Hawking.
how we're conversing, that could change, absolutely. But I still think there'll also be one-on-one conversation. I mean, provided that we still have things like marriage,
Marriage, Marvin Gaye, and internet contacts.
Yeah, that's all going to be a wonderful combination.
There it
That's
is.
going to be the best.
Anthony, thank you so much for coming out.
Thanks for having me.
I appreciate it. So it's always a blast to have two DeAngelises on at
the
once.
full DeAngelis treatment.
Yeah.
What do you got to plug, dude?
All right, everybody, check out Let Me Ask You a Question podcast. Go to moot.tv. That's who hosts our podcast. Check it out there. You can see us on Instagram at Lamayak Pod. You can see us on Twitter. I mean, you can see us. You can send us an email. Let me ask you a question podcast at gmail.com. We want to hear from you. We want you to don't send nudes. That's weird.
But it's LM. Say what the actual.
Oh, yeah. So how do we do this?
Instagram.
Me, LM. Yeah, but I always get it's hard to think about.
LMY.
LMAYAQ. Yeah, it's hard, right? I always say
LMAYAQ. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Get at us there, like Derek said.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm just, me, DerekD.com.
PBR Podcast. You can find us on the web, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Let's give us some love, and we will love you back. Thank you so much.
Thank you.